Greetings, Skyfarers. Welcome to another episode of Sunless Skies. I'm Cobalt Thorium. In this episode, I think we're going to try to make our way back to New Winchester. And then we're going to try to get to Magdalene's, which in the other gameplays I've played through, it's always a little bit closer, so I'm going to say it's about here, maybe. Maybe like here. That's my estimate. Red mist here, that's probably not a good sign. That might be getting close to horror. Usually these, you can do something with them. This one, I'm not so sure. We're already past it. Wait, is it this? We're past it again. I don't understand why we can't do anything with it. Oh, we have one of those things down there. We're not really ready to fight the screeching harpies, or whatever they're called. Oh, this is blocked off. Oh, there's another one. Try to give it a wide berth. Get away from me. Doesn't look like it's going to let me get through. That's a little tricky. Gonna have to go all the way around? Whoa. Get away. We might have to just press our way through. Okay, they didn't hit. Whew. I think we're probably through. I'll put this side over here. Maybe we should just fight this thing. Let's see if it's willing to let us go. Whoa. Let's get out of here. No, I need the bigger gun, I think, before we can fight them. Just been lucky so far to avoid some of these blasts. You go fight them. Attackery. Horrible shot. is this? Okay, well, hold on. Why does this pop up in the middle of combat? That is really annoying. Alright, something is amiss. Things are out of place. Excuse me. Unexplained cracker crumbs on the pantry floor. The chief engineer's favorite wrench hung on the wrong hook. Several empty pages torn from the back of your logbook. The crew protest their innocence and contribute their own stories. Vanished shoelaces. Doors left open, oily footprints on a door frame. You have a stowaway. So we could conduct a thorough search, which is what we did, or we could try to get them out with stories, 4 stories, I think it was. Organize the crew and turn your engine upside down. We have unexpected cargo. Like, I don't understand how we could have done this during the middle of a fight with one of these shrieking harpies or whatever they're called, but unexpected cargo. After an hour, an indignant stoker drags a sooty-faced urchin before you. Found her hiding in a supply crate in the hold. She had a right little treasure trove down there. Cutlery from the galley, Jones's Bible, my best socks. He brandishes a horrible pair of socks. Stowaway picks her nose defiantly. That's disgusting. Alright. The urchin wears an oversized Skyfarer's coat, clumsily and drastically hemmed at the sleeves and tails. Her eyes are pale, accustomed to starlight. A model of old-fashioned blemishes. A model of old frostbite blemishes one cheek. When she speaks, her voice seems older than the rest of her. What is she, 12, 13? What is she doing here? A locomotive is no place for a child. Ask her where her parents are. Possibly a sensitive topic. Ask her what she wants. It might affect what you choose to do with her. Then we can let her stay. You could do with a mascot. We're gonna take her as a mascot. She's a child. She's not a puppy. Or tell her she can't stay. It's no place for a child. So, letting her stay will end the conversation and acquire a sky-worn urchin. Tell her she can't stay. This will end the conversation. You can deposit the urchin the next time you visit New Winchester. So we'll start with asking her what is she doing here. Wonder. She shrugs. Just catching a ride, she says insolently. Been catching engines across the reach in Avion for years. Seen half the sky, I have. Port Prosper to the Silent Saint. Skyhenge to Carillon. Carillon? Ask her where her parents are. She looks at her shoes, mismatched and scuffed. Gone in the blockade of New Winchester during one of the bombardments. Breaks off. Anyway, a neighbor tried to look out for me, but I didn't like her much. Ask her what she wants. Accustomed to the sky, she's taken back by the question. No one's ever asked before. Usually there's a lot of shouting, then I'm chucked out to the next port. She thinks about it, looking around the bridge. She's a good engine, loyal. I'd like to stay, she decides, till such time as I don't. Well, we're not going to let her stay. Disappointed. This is what she expected. She promises to behave until you get to New Winchester. You won't stop me for long, though, she says, as the stoker leads her way. Lots of locomotive out there, lots of captains less wily than you. This guy's my home. So we're going to deposit the urchin at New Winchester. Yikes. Oh, jeez. See, that was so badly timed. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, we're gonna die. That was so badly timed, it really, really screwed us up. Oops. Alright, we want a Scribe Spinster defeated. The splintered remains of the Spinster turn slowly. The skies are full of fluttering paper, as if someone brought confetti to a funeral. What the a little edgy. Send a crewman with axes. The Scribe Spinsters were wrought from bronze wood, now popular with London train wrights and cabinet makers. Or we could recover sheaves of parchment. Spinsters sew them into their coats and wigs, yellowed with age, blotched with mildew, and spidered with writing. Who knows what secrets they hold? We could gain experience. Or we could collect a Scribe Spinster trophy. The new Somerset Hunting Club will be pleased. Well, that is what we will take. The crew set about the creature with hacksaws, while Quartermaster prepares a board. Prepares a board? Okay. Oh, to like mount it on? Once the entrails are dried, they nail it firmly there. The hunting club will no doubt wish to replace it with something in mahogany or bronzewood once you deliver it. But this will do for the moment. Hunting for the hunting club. You have collected a Scribe Spinster trophy. Take it back to Port Avion. You've collected a trophy. Whoa. No. Your heat bar is full. This happens when you fire too many shots in short succession. Once you're overheated, you cannot use lateral thrust. And if you fire your weapon, you'll take damage. Oh, I didn't know that. If you wait a few seconds, your heat will return to normal levels. Alright, we definitely want to... so, the Tackety Scout is defeated. Tackety's... Yeah, we've read this before. So we can scrap and scuttle the burning vessel, which we'll do because we definitely need the health. It'll only give us 3 health. 3 health? Oof. Not much, but something. Or it can seize its cargo. At this point, we need the health. Probably also bring up horrors, because I kind of skipped this before. You found a horror. One of the more disturbing landmarks in the high wilderness. Don't linger. Your terror will increase more quickly than usual, as long as you remain near it. Alright. Oh, that actually filled more than I thought. So it filled 12, not 3. Interesting. You fix the worst of the damage to your locomotive with blackened bronzewood. The outside of your vessel is mottled now, and the inside smells persistently of old fire. I mean, I really probably shouldn't have taken that engagement. That was very, very stupid. What is this? I really wish I would not do this. That's very annoying. These interrupts are just awful. Like, you're right in the middle of something and it's like, oh, we've got a stowaway. It's like, can't you, like, send me an email or something and then I'll read it when, instead of actually interrupting whatever I'm doing? Not that we're doing anything right now, but, alright, whatever. Skyfarers, exposed to the haunting light of the stars, are prone to sudden obsessions and erratic behavior. One of your engineers has taken an oath of utter silence. He refused to speak or make any sound at all. He's gagged himself, wrapped rags around his feet, to muffle his footsteps. He refuses to employ either wrench or hammer. He is not, as it stands, much use. We could confine them to the quarters where they can do no harm. We can send them back to work, keep their hands and heads busy, or we can issue an additional ration of brandy to the crew, perhaps facilitate your crew members' return to sensibility. I think we're going to do that. We do have a little bit of extra supply, and I don't really, and we should probably actually get a higher amount of crew, but strangers in the night. That evening, your engine is loud with song and laughter. The sky shanties are perhaps a little lubricated, the humor laced with a touch of mania. But for now, the fears of the sky are forgotten. A passing cantankerite grumbles through the cold night. It tuts at the bright, glaring warmth of your windows. It flicks a disapproving antenna at the noise of the hour. At the noise and the hour. Okay, so they're like crotchety old neighbors or whatever. When you have passed it by, it is glad to have the quiet and cold of the sky back. I feel like that was the right move. I mean, even our terror went down. That's nice. Alright, so I'm going to go and hug to this rock here. We'll hop over to this rock here. Then we'll probably go up through here to New Winchester. That was like the worst battle. It's so bad. The engine's headlights glow like a ghost upon the icy mists. A little further go in this direction before we can pick up that other rock. That might be it right there. Yeah, that's it. We'll bounce up. Oh, another wreck. Do we dare even go close to it? Ah, jeez. No, I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm just going to leave it. We don't have enough strength to really pry it open anyway, so all it's going to do is give us terror. No point. The next level up, we should probably try to get strength. Because we're missing out on a lot of opportunities here. Alright, I guess we'll try to trace the inner side here. This. Go around this, just see if there's any other locations. Oh, hey! Hi. Hi there. There's two of you, huh? Yeah, we should probably leave it alone. Or should we? It's two potential plates. Nice, they're shooting each other. Oh, jeez. I froze up there. I couldn't figure out which way to turn. Oof. So that's one thing that's not great about this game, is that it's like up to... Oh, we'll just use the cargo. Okay, we got Vernon Seeds. Nice. Oh, I should have read that. Oh well. So here we're gonna scrap. Section of the scout's plating is intact. You'd use it to repair some damage in your own hull. You fix the worst damage to your local. Yeah, we've read that before. So we're back to about where we were previously, but we do have a tackety nameplate. Yes, this is one of those games where like the A and D buttons turn, but it's like clockwise and counterclockwise. It's not actually the direction in which you're looking at it. So when your engine is facing south, the shoot left button and the shoot right button are backwards from when they're facing north. So it's very disorientating, and so you can run into a situation where it's not like super obvious which button to press to avoid something. It's like, which way do I go? Oh my god. It'd be better if they oriented this along in the direction that you're facing. If they oriented the controls along the direction you're facing. Hub ports. Returning to a major hub port like New Winchester or London will greatly reduce your terror, provided that it is at least 15 days since your last visit. Alright. The Incognito Princess is now here. Repair locomotive. I think that's probably a good move. Although we could try to save our money and get repairs by scrapping enemies. I mean, that's always a possibility, but it's kind of low. I mean, it's almost 50%, right? So let's repair it. How much gold do we have? 281. Yeah, we can totally repair it. Or we could just go with this. Yeah, let's do the partial repair. It'll get us most of the way. Oh, what is this? Engineers at Wolseley Yards claim they can repair anything. Whether the damage was caused by an unfortunate collision, a point-blank salvo, or the charge of a crotchety tankery. They'll fix it. The patch shop will keep you flying for now. Repair 10 hull for 30 sovereigns. You find a stool somewhere amidst the greets and benches, and the tools and the spare parts and the cold mugs of tea. An engineer does what they can while you wait. And then that is from before. Let's leave. An opportunity. Respond to a distress call. A group of concerned Tacketies are looking for a skyfaring captain to assist them in retrieving their missing friend. I mean, respond to distress call, and I do not have a retiring filmmaker. Let's go ahead and do that. Give us another mission. Captain! A broad-shouldered Tackety speaks for the group. A friend of ours. There are protests. An acquaintance of ours. Okay. So a lot of the group doesn't consider this person a friend. An acquaintance of ours has sent a message from Hybris. Hybrid. It's Hybris because of hybrid. She needs transport back to New Winchester. He pauses for breath. Would you mind picking her up if you happen to go that way? She's a filmmaker. Goes by Mimi Lumiere. So I believe Mimi is Mademoiselle Lumiere. She said she'd never return, so I have to assume she's taken ill. It'd be good to make sure she gets back safely. Hybris lies to the east-northeast of New Winchester. A retiring filmmaker. You've been asked to bring a filmmaker back to New Winchester from Hybris. Alright. And we'll deposit our Skyworn urchin. She's ready to disembark. Her ragged pack bulges with the little gifts from the softer-hearted crew and things she's pilfered from around your engine. Wonderful. She doesn't look back as she climbs down from the footplate and steps off into the crowds of Wolvesy Station. I still can't pronounce this. Making for another siding, another engine, and another journey. Oh. Well, too bad. Alright, let's see what else is going on here. Before we head out, we do have to resupply, but I did say I wanted to get more crew, too. 2 or 3. That's all we need. How much is this going to cost? 40 G's. Okay, we got 3. There's a buzz of chatter as your new crew board your engine. A brief scuffle over the berths is swiftly resolved. You've gained 3 crew, lost 40 sovereigns. You will receive another opportunity to hire crew in 15 days. Okay. Mr. Menagerie. I'm not too worried about that. He sticks around until you talk to him, I think. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything else going on here. Alright, let's look at the bazaar and see if we've got new stuff. Literature for traders wood. I have no idea where to get literature. Nectar for Magdalene's. We'll wind up with nectar eventually. I think we should claim that. Sometimes there's a circus that has ministry-approved literature. At the same time, I don't want to fill up our docket with stuff that we can't actually do. So let's not do anything with that yet. Head to Victoria Market. Let's get these up to 4. That means our money's low again. But nothing we can do about that. Alright, let's take a facet. Actually, our fisty thing is higher than I thought it was. Okay. So you could do August Avenues. You spent your youth in stuffy sitting rooms and chandeliered parlors. Hush, you can still hear the delicate sounds of silver spoons on china cups. I think that works best for a character, but we really don't need more mirrors. If anything, we need to focus on hearts and deception. So that would be this, probably. And we've gone over Smoggy Street, Scarred, and Mentor. Alright. Let's continue with this. Below stairs. This one give us the same, too. I still think I like this one better. Yeah, let's go with that. So below stairs, the comforts of every well-to-do household rely upon the scurrying, grinding work of its servants. You know this firsthand. You dealt with the matters your masters couldn't be troubled with, like cleaning, cooking, and parenting. But how loyal were you? And we're going to go for... so the options are... you kept their secrets. Every family had them. Some grander or darker than others. Your silence had value. Or, you took them for all they were worth. You skimmed from the silverware, palmed the odd half-sovereign. Once you helped yourself to a pair of gloves and a silk scarf. They had so much, they never even noticed. Didn't we get a facet for surviving something? Like just a second ago? Whatever happened to that? I would have expected it to be in here. I don't see it in here. Alright, well, whatever. Alright, we are really low on money. I think we need to get up to the company house. They might owe us $200. And then I guess we go east and try to get to about here. And go visit the secretary. He'll deliver our reports. Uh, 200 sovereigns, not the worst. So, it looks like stovepipes are struggling and the tackities are also struggling. Ministry stamp permit would probably be good. I think that we need that to get to Avion or Avion or whatever. Alright, let's go. Should we go to Avion and pick up those seeds right now? Because if we're going to Magdalene's, we're gonna make some money. Let's do it. Must be saving. There's a little bit of a freeze there. Oh, hey, it's attacking it. All right. 60% chance to pillage their stores for fuels and supplies. Looks like a far-ranging engine, likely to be well stocked. But you'll have to search quickly. Fire already belches from the ruined scout's windows, or it could seize its cargo. It's a 60% chance, and we do have a full crew. I'm gonna do this. Oh, of course. And of course we lost one crew. Of course. The dice rolls in this game seem really, really bonkers. Assembling a boarding party, you plunge into the smoke-thralled corridors. It's too late. The engine is an inferno. Flames leap, and the smoke is clogged with stinging embers. You have to retreat empty-handed. Not all of you made it back. So we have a tale of terror. We have a nameplate. Yay. We lost a crew member. And we didn't get anything else for our troubles. I hate that. I really do. Yeah, in this game, very, very frequently, like suspiciously frequently, 50% or hires don't go 50% your way. And I don't know, maybe there's like a karma system I'm not aware of or something. Alright. Quiet day in Port Avion. Pleasant breeze wafts through the village, making even its pricklier residents relax their guard and welcome guests. So you can get cheap repairs. That's still expensive. You can get cheap fuel. That is very cheap fuel. Or we could play cricket, which might take care of our terror. I'm not too worried about terror right now. Let's do this. I never read the message. Ah, crap. The Sharmas have a surplus of fuel and nowhere to store it. Load it up. The oily-faced girl from the docks helps roll barrels onto the engine and into the cargo hold, ready for use. We lost 20 sovereigns, but gained 2 fuel. And that's like half price. Now, let's go to the shops. We'll go to the bazaar. Bazaar, come on. Oh, shoot. What does our hold look like right now? Oh, we already have 1. So we only need 2 anyway. Although we do need more for titanium. Alright, that's that. We got our 3 for Magdalene's at least. The hold. Your hold shows your current cargo and any prospects you've accepted. You can also change your locomotive's equipment while in port and jettison any unwanted cargo while in port or otherwise. Alright. We're loaded up. Let's go. Alright, so here's the plan. I'm going to try to go down here. And I think it's probably about here. So we're going to follow this line and see if we can find a way in. Uh-oh, red mist. Red mist is bad. Send out the owl. Homestead. Alright, settlers who live far beyond the edge of civilization relish the hardships of solitude. They will fiercely defend their... Okay, we've read this before. A solitary settler lives in this modest homestead. She's not much of a conversationalist, but enticing smells that waft from her kitchen are convincing. We're going to eat our fill or leave swiftly. I think we should eat our fill. We do have some terror. We can get rid of it. Breaking bread. Your host serves a grim but filling gruel, then follows it with a plate of genuinely exceptional custard tarts. Your crew descend upon them like chorister bees upon a rival hive. That. There are lighthouses still this far out. That's incredible. I didn't think they were this far out. Oh yeah, Haven Wood, right. Saw that one on the way down. Oh, is that a baddie? To board the buckled wreckage. Boys to plunder the plunderers. Behind you, someone is humming a song of victory. We're gonna board the defeated marauder. The crew of the marauder lie dead in the corridor, killed not by your guns, but by knives and small arms fired. The only survivor is the captain, locked in the brig, with a bottle of brandy. Chalk eyes stare from every wall. When he ran out of chalk, he began scraping in them with his fingernails. Gross. Little remains of them, but bloodied stumps. Seen this before, Captain, says a crew member, grasping your arm. Sky madness. Magdalenes can treat it. If you can be bothered to take the poor sod. We're on our way there anyway, so we might as well take him. Bring the poor fellow on board. The high wilderness is cruel. This could easily be you one day. Or put him out of his misery. A single bullet will do it. We will begin the short quest. The crew wrap the sky-maddened captain in blankets and then secure them tightly with belts. It takes 4 to transport him safely to your locomotive. He might not be happy restrained, but it should keep him from harm until you get him to Magdalene's. Magdalene's lies west of New Winchester. The captain secured, You have a moment to see whether there's anything of worth on his locomotive before abandoning it to the wilderness. So we have a Tale of Terror. We have our Sky Captain. Should we loot the hold? Yeah, let's loot the hold. We have a distressingly odoured barrel. Hey, fuel. Oh, we can't do anything with it. Oh, oh boy. Alright, so no one is keen to get close. The lid is gingerly removed. I'll breathe a sigh of relief when Coke is revealed, black and precious. The captain's truest friend. So we're gonna have to jettison 2 of it, fortunately. So we should have stripped it for parts. Ah, crap. Let's use its cargo. The contents... Oh, geez, more seeds. The contents of its hold spill through the ragged breach in the engine's belly. Tacadies often carry natural resources they have hewn, famed, or mined from the reach. Farmed, sorry, not famed. Lengths of bronzewood, vessels of sticky cloister nectar, sacks of oyster seeds, barrels of owers, freshly dug from some nameless sky rock. What did this one have? Well, I think I'd rather have the fuel. So these are going to have to get jettisoned. Well, that's a whole lot of nothing. We did get a lot of experience out of it, though, so could be worse. Folks of the Reach are resilient, unafraid of isolation. Here, a lonely homestead stands. We already ate our fill once. I don't really want to do any of these things. We could lose some terror, so let's just do that. Hospitality is important on the frontier. Alright, so this one is... The homestead is warm and welcoming in the wide night. Its windows are gilded with lamplight. A sturdy settler beckons you in. Hospitality is important on the frontier. Settlers invite you to join them for a meal. You enjoy a meal of sticky porridge and viney vegetables. Afterwards, you and your host exchange non-committal observations on the war between the stovepipes and the Tacadies. Your crew are content for a time. One of them even speculates idly about settling down. I think I'm just gonna ignore the grave. Well, it's right here. An old wreck, broken and bent. Oh, well, let's warn the dead. Okay, so a wreck. A wreck gleams with frost. Its windows are dark, its engine silent. Perhaps something of value lies within. This is too low. We're gonna end up losing crew and stuff if we try to go through there. It hardly ever passes at 50%, let alone 36%. The damage is so extensive that the whole chassis is on the verge of collapse. Tread lightly. We can mourn the dead as proper. We can leave the wreck untouched. Turn away, lest the wreck's bad luck is contagious. Simple ceremony, doffed caps, few words, a gloomy silence. But it helps. The only decency in the skies is that which we bring ourselves. A farewell, your terror has fallen. Uh-oh. Nice shot, man. Let's you prepare to board the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder the... Okay, we've read that before. Raid the safe. So you could get money, or we could get... your guns have reduced the door to a smoldering heap, but the sovereigns are surprisingly durable. Or the marauders are rarely democratic. The captain rules by strength, claims the best for their own keep. In my experience, this usually gives you, like, secrets? Which, of course, don't take up space in your hold. But neither do sovereigns. Could use the money. 25, we'll take it. The marauders hunt the reach like bats in an attic. They spend their ill-gotten gains in the more licentious ports, acquiring sins in the riot of lustrum, before reaping their confessionals at Magdalene's. But a few meager funds remain. How did we not get that before? It's gotta be it. What does that say? Can we stop at Magdalene's, Captain? A stoker pleads. We've been too long in the sky. Your impertinence. There's a dock, Captain, a signaler declares. The crews are relieved. The thought of solid land. I hear combat. Attacking you, scum. Let's scrap it. Let's scuttle it and take its health. And also grab its nameplate. Okay, yeah. I think I've read all this stuff before. I want to make sure we don't actually hit our friend here, this dreadnought. let's seize its cargo. Contents of its hold spill out through ragged breach in the engine's belly. Oh, great. We got even more seeds. We're gonna have to jettison one of them, aren't we? I guess not. Don't hit me. The House of Small Comfort. Magdalene's is the closest thing many Skyfarers have to a home. It offers services to alleviate the strain of a life spent too close to the stars. So we have the Magdalene's House of Small Comfort. The glass spires of Magdalene's pierce. Pierce the clouds like swords. The Oniric chambers treat your nightmares. For some cases of sleepless nights lost in formless terror, of persistent nightmares and elusive dreams, more severe treatments are required. And then we have the Solace Chamber, which treats your terror. Our terror is pretty low right now. The skies are full of terrible wonders. So before we do anything else, we're going to go to the bazaar, get rid of all this stuff we've been accumulating. Magdalene's provides... let's start at the top here. Locomotive captains gather at the bazaar. Is this message always the same? I guess it is. Magdalene's provides comfort and sympathy for weary Skyfarers. Its hosts will tell you any lie you want to hear. I think we've read this already. The amenable host smiles. Just what we needed. Okay. Just what we needed. Although I must admit, I do miss roses, lilies, and bluebells. Still, these celestial blooms have their own virtues. Some of them weep, you know. It pays a generous gratuity. Okay. So we got 100 extra sovereigns for that, huh? Not bad. Nectar from Magdalene's, which is one that we've already accepted. We don't have any nectar, though. Magdalene's House of Small Comfort requires up to 3 gourds of chorister nectar. Only a respectable business person need apply. Magdalene's lies west of New Winchester. We also have some bargains here. The sniveling Spirifer is selling souls. Lots of S's in there. Spirifer is an unlicensed dealer in souls. This one has a perpetual sniffle. He finds a quiet corner to show you a sample of grubby bottles. Just the way that stuff is described in this is very funny. Wispy shapes coil inside. See, he sniffs. Fine as porcelain. I swears every one of them was a teetotal or church-going. Alright. I take it teetotalers and churchgoers are worth more? I'm not sure. Let's go to Beatrice's exchange. I was hoping we could sell... Oh, look at this. Our supplies are actually really kind of low. Like, our fuel is extremely high, but our supplies suck. Alright. So, the House of Small Comfort. We do have that... Oh, what is this? Alright. Magdalene's House of Small Comfort. The glass spires of Magdalene's pierce the clouds like swords. Shadowed figures can be seen moving through the gleaming corridors. their identities obscured by huge glass. Crowds of skyfarers, ministry officials, and merchants meal about the forecourt in varying degrees of distress. All watch the clock set into the great clock tower, waiting for their appointed hour. So you can speak with a watcher by the station. He stares at your crew as they disembark your engine. He turns away when none emerge holding anything. He's clearly agitated. You can deliver the sky-maddened captain. You rescued him from a defeated marauder. Here, you can get help. We can speak with the attendant. The staff at Magdalene's promised treatment for the deleterious effects of the high wilderness, loneliness, desperation, folly, regret, love. Write a report. Magdalene's is a popular destination. Someone will no doubt be interested to know how things are here and who has been here. Okay, we definitely want to do that. Magdalene's is abuzz with activity. Barely has the clock chimed, then the clamor goes up at the front desk. Guests rushing to and from appointments. Lord Blank was seen, okay, in conversation with the amenable host. The East Wing was closed for general access all day. A certain distinguished admiral was seen with his second-in-command entering one of the chambers of regret. Interesting. Several guests succumbed to an excess of sentimentality and were forcibly removed. Alright, let's deliver the sky-maddened captain. Yeah. You rescued him from a defeated marauder. Here he can get help. The nurses bring a stretcher and carry the sky-maddened captain from your train. He'll receive the care of Magdalene's finest. At least, Magdalene's finest with a sense of charity, given that he has nothing on him to pay for the administrations. Okay, so we got some experience for that. We got a vision of heaven, and hoping we'd get some money. Oh well. So he's not on our locomotive anymore. We have no terror. Good stuff, I guess, in general. I do want to do this speak with a watcher by the station. I believe that this is a package delivery we can get at New Providence or Port Providence or Port Prosperity. It's a P. There's a P in it. All right. He stares at your clearly agitated. He wants this package. Missing delivery. Sorry, the man apologizes. I didn't mean to stare. It's just we've been waiting for delivery from London. Really important supplies. I don't suppose you might be heading anywhere near the relay to Avion, would you? If you could, check. If anything's happened to it, we'd really appreciate it. Albion Transit lies northwest of New Winchester, near Port Prosper. That's what it is. So that'll give us a new quest. We're going to end up there at some point anyway. Not too long from now, probably. So, I think that next we probably want to meet with the amenable host. Attendant escorts you through dazzling violet corridors. The host's red door is always open. The attendant leaves you just as the clock begins to chime. The amenable host reclines on a couch of crushed velvet, a goblet of sparkling wine in his long fingers. Somewhere in the tower above him, the great clock ticks away. As a policy, the host's atrium is always open to guests. He is available to hear opinions, friendly criticism, and suggestions. Today, he has a headache. Let's listen to the amenable host's request. He beckons you close. Or his schedule is busy, but he's willing to clear a little time for a skyfarer such as yourself. Let's listen to the request. His voice is soft and sibilant, like butter melting in candlelight. The guest has become rather too attached to a particular attendant. He always requests that the same attendant appear in the exact same guise. The amenable host's lip curls in distaste. He reiterates the aim of Magdalene's, a place of healing and respite. It was not meant to feed obsession or self-indulgent self-loathing. This guest brings sickness. I would have him purged. I have a dossier on our guest if you're interested in helping. The amenable host would like you to talk. The amenable host would like to talk to you about a difficult guest. Pretty sure we already did that. The amenable host has requested help in removing a customer who's blurring the boundaries of healer and patient. We'll do that. An acting challenge. The amenable host smiles indulgently. I'm so glad you want to help. He produces a thin sliver of pages. Thin sliver of pages. Passes them to you. I recommend taking on the role of one of our attendants. That way, you'd be playing the role of someone significant to him. The amenable host sighs, reaching for his goblet. He knows all of our attendants by voice now. Someone new is needed. The amenable host would like you to remove a difficult guest from Magdalene. Alright, we will remove this. Deal with the lachrymose? Is that a word? Jeez. The lachrymose guest. He stands on the threshold of the treatment chambers, his hands trembling. The attendants on duty have been informed about your involvement. We're going to be forthright with this guy. I think that triggers your strength check, but our strength is actually pretty high. So, probably fine. How do you plan to deal with him? The treatment chamber has been emptied for you. Should you wish to adopt the guise from his past. Alternately, he's standing right there. He does not seem to have noticed you, his eyes instead boring through the doors of the treatment rooms. Guises have caused the poor sod enough trouble. Approach him directly. She drove them apart once. An attendant will help you with the wig and makeup, another with the voice. Disguise yourself as his mother. The attendant normally on duty is more than happy to assist you. Anything, as long as it gets rid of him, and that would disguise us as his lover. The lachrymose guest's eyes widen as you approach. Has there been a problem? You invite him to sit. Stiff brandies are ordered. You recount your own share of heartbreak and tragedies. How you found yourself there. How you make clear that despite all that, you will be leaving. He nods slowly, and after a quick shake of your hand, walks away towards the station. He does not look back. You should return to the amenable host. Okay, we'll speak to the amenable host. You didn't... Okay, we've read this before. Let the amenable host know the lachrymose guest is gone. For better or worse, it will not be returned to Magdalene's. Satisfaction. The amenable host smiles beatifically. Of course, my staff will be pleased. It is a risk of our trade when our clients can no longer separate identity from illusion. It's seldom pleasant. He sighs deeply, echoing around the chamber. Wait, he sighs deeply, echoing echoing around the chamber like a newly freed dove. It's a weird description. It is a trap any of us could fall into. His face darkens briefly. Here, take this. He fishes around beneath his couch for one of his goblets. It'll fetch a pretty price. Take it with my thanks, and do visit us again. 100 more sovereigns. Nice. We're going to speak to the amenable host again. I believe he gives us more missions. He's melancholy today. Not to mention irritable. He has a job for you, he says, in his voice rich with unhappiness. I admired your discretion earlier, he sighs. you have seen the dangers of our work upon those who abuse our services. Yet we are not immune to it ourselves. He draws your attention to several paintings on the walls. My regulars have, at various points, requested that I be a prospector on Lustrum, heir to a fine house on Port Prosper, a titan of industry, New Winchester. Very specific requests, and more. I have vivid memories of being all three. Yet, all cannot be true, surely. He presses the locket into your hand. This bears my image. See if anyone remembers me. I can't remember who I was before this. If I could be other than I am, I would like to know. The amenable host wishes you to recover his identity. Travel to any of Lustrum, New Winchester, and Port Prosper to begin. And you have to check all three. Let's go back to the amenable host one more time. See if he'll just chat with us. His schedule is busy. He is willing to clear a little time for skyfarers such as yourself. He speaks of the politics of the Reach, the tedium of it all, and his affront that his position requires him to pay any attention to it, any of it at all. He speaks of the parties he has hosted, the lives he has healed, and the people he has saved. You begin to suspect he might have an ego. And then your time is up. I hope I haven't bored you, he says with a rare smile. One wishes to be many things in this life, but never dull. Alright. Well, let's leave this. I think we're done with him. We could go in and speak with the attendant. The staff at Magdalene's promised treatment for the deleterious effects of... Okay, we've read that before. Attendant in the foyer schedules appointments with the aid of a hefty daybook and a very accurate clock. They are eager to explain the procedures and the rules that govern here. This is a hospital for the spirit. Our staff will become the person you need. Here, you may say farewell to a doomed comrade, resurrect an old love, spar with a defeated enemy, all for a fair price. But do not overindulge. Our services are to heal, not to become an addiction. Quiet weeping can be heard echoing through the glass corridor. Observe the guests going in for treatment. Some smile, others weep. One lady has a terrible gleam in her eye, another a recording device. 2 aristocratic young ladies exchange gossip in the queue before the treatment chambers. And whom will you have him play? Father's butler, of course. Back on our estate at Bugsby's. Yes, I recall. For myself, Mother's lawyer. Though I can always see the attendant's beauty mark under the makeup. Beauty mark? He doesn't have a beauty mark. There's a long silence. That's interesting. Interesting. Ooh. So what they're implying is that the level of detail that the what do they call them? Attendants? Yeah. The level of detail from the attendants is actually better than her memory. A mourner walks past, clad in outdated black silk. She is recreating her husband's funeral today. She's smiling. Oof, that's a little creepy. Okay, so... Oh, there's new messages. A trio of guests is going in together, all dark-haired, hairball, and straight-backed. Yes, I know this is not a real thing, but I'd like a sense of closure, the tall woman says. What rot, barks the short woman next to her. You want to argue over that will again. I've told you once I'm not giving up the spoons based on a charlatan's say-so. Do be quiet, please, the one man says. I, for one, am more than happy to hear again why I was lumbered why I was lumbered with the third best wardrobe. Okay. A tomb colonist is visiting a friend. Colonist. Tenants draw lots to see who has to don the bandages this time. What the hell's a tomb colonist? And they're clearly saying that they have to become mummies, but it's just weird. Tomb colonist. What is that? Let's see if there's any others. Oh, talk to patients waiting to be discharged. They exit the treatment chambers fresh from their encounters with attendants in the guise of their most personal memories. Some leave smiling, others weeping. No one can resist looking back behind them, even if just for a peek. The scream of a boiling kettle, the attendants are on break. Let's do one more and see if there's any more. Oh geez, there's a bunch of these, huh? A Skyfarer clutches a basket of chocolates to him. I hope it's alright. They didn't normally allow that sort of thing. But he is my own father. He coughs, mindful of the amenable host's pointed stare. In a fashion. Okay. Wonder past... Okay, yeah, we've read that one. I'm very amused with these. An elderly grand dame is haranguing an attendant. Yes, but where is my husband? That gentleman was most assuredly not he. Hushed murmuring follows, interrupted by a loud cry. No, I did not misunderstand the rules. He's joined your staff. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, man, that's funny. Okay. So somebody who's actually coming in to actually talk to her actual real husband. Okay. It looks like we've looped around. We'll give him one more try. Oh, geez. A priest wanders past, humming a decidedly secular song. He rubs his hands with glee. My God, he says to nobody particular. This is much better than confession. The poet staggers to the doors, clutching a sack of wine. The attendant steadies him, while eyeing her colleagues meaningfully. A mark is added to a name on a record book. A waltz can be heard from the upper floors. Someone has requested the recreation of the Sapphire Jubilee. Come on, there can't be too many more of these. Alright, we'll give it one more try. This one is new. We'll continue, and if not... Alright, that's all of them. I mean, there's probably more, but we just didn't get them. Alright, what do we want to do now? Well, we have like a billion of those seeds. I think we need more money, really. We need more money so that we can buy a bigger hold, because our hold is so tiny. Although I am pretty stockpile-y. Like we never really run low of food or supplies. I'm always pretty careful to overstock, if nothing else. But we do need some money. The Albert clock will give us a bunch of money. Actually, do we have any of that honey? We might have some of that. And I think that we have some of the wood that we need, too. Bronze wood or whatever. Stashed at the bank. map. See if we have any exports here. Souls, bronze wood. Alright, where are we going to get honey? I think we can usually get honey near Titania. Now if we can find out where Titania is... No indication of where Titania is. Alright, well, let's check our map again. Yeah, we really have no way of telling. It's probably over here. We haven't really even scratched the surface, though. What's over there? It could even be back here. Maybe even up here. Could be anywhere. Well, we do have some quests for Hibrius or whatever. And that's north-northeast. Or east-northeast. So that would be over... Let's see. East. So northeast. Probably about here. Maybe somewhere in here. Alright, I'm almost tempted just to see what else is back here while we're over here. Let's do some scouting. We have plenty of fuel. We have some money. Okay, so first thing I think I'm going to do is get rid of the shadow here. Find out where the rock leads. Maybe we'll even run into some combat along the line. It does seem like the Tackities and folk fight along here a lot. Oh, shoot. Ooh. Ow. Oh, this is gonna suck. That hurt a lot. I really wish that these wouldn't come up during combat. They should have some way of coming up with some kind of algorithm for like, hey, you're in combat, don't have interrupts. A cryptic stoker wants to hold a memorial service for the crew that have recently died in your service. There haven't been that many. There's been only like a couple. Judging by his tattoos, a storm studded by mouths, and a rattling collection of talismans, the ceremony is unlikely to be Christian. So we can forbid it. Pagan rites have no place here. We can attend and deliver a eulogy yourself. You would like to say a few words. You could approve and attend. You can find a place at the back of the room and remove your hat. Conduct the ceremony yourself. A service like this should be delivered by a professional. You're a priest before you're a captain. We're going to forbid it. I think forbidding it just gives us a little bit of terror. Actually, I'm curious what happens if we do this and it fails. Do we lose somebody? Try it. Because of course it fails, because it's, 50%. And 50% means pretty much 100% failure in this game. The cryptic stoker appears before the gathered mourners with his face painted storm gray, his amulets rattling like distant thunder. He speaks of a storm that remembers, his voice reeling between croaking approximation of an old woman's voice and a shrill mockery of a child's. A drawling attempt at a high society patriarch. The crew seem unconvinced by the outlandish ceremony, and they shouldn't be convinced on. Perhaps they long for the sober, plodding Sunday services of their youth. Alright, I guess we'll try to seize its cargo. More seeds. Great. Why are you shooting at me, buddy? Please let me repair. Here we go. Yep, we've already read all that. We've got a new horror over here. These are the borders of the Queen's March, first step in the long journey to Avion. Alright, that's pretty good. The only place we haven't really searched is this inlet, which I'm actually pretty sure that will give us experience. So, kind of tempted to actually go down there. No, we'll turn around. We are running out of supplies, though. Although we're pretty close to prosper. Can't see anything in here. So I guess this will take us back to Magdalene's, but I'm going to go further west rather than turning into Magdalene's. Right here. Now this is where the horror is, huh? And this might not be smart. Let's go in the opposite direction from the horror. We're still pretty nascent here. Still just newbies, Skyfarers, what the? Get out of here. Alright. A bull cantankerite defeated. This bull was a king of its kind. An isopod with the dimensions of an elephant, sheathed in a layer upon layer of semi-calcified armor plates, all wrapped around the temperament of an embittered badger. Okay. The funny description. Now it has a ruin of muscle and shell. Now it is a ruin of muscle and shell. We can chisel precious stones from its carapace. The bull's outer layers are encrusted with stone from their long slumber in the crust of their dying world. In places, it is traced with shimmering veins of mineral. So we can gain some sovereigns that way. That sounds pretty good. Or we could capture a lesser cantankerite clinging to the bull's underbelly. Is it a parasite? A servant? An apprentice? Is it beginning to stir, having sensed the death of its host, or master, or teacher? Spend supplies to try to acquire a caged catch. There's like no way we're going to do this. So we're going to go for the... trying to get the sovereigns. Whoa! Holy crap. That's a good haul. You and the crew chip chunks of gleaming stones from the shell. Some shines like quartz. Some glistens bandied like tiger's eyes. Some is deep and solemn as polished jade. We're very close to that. I really don't know what to do here. I think we'll turn back. Hey, buddy. Your bridge windows fogged with recent steam trails. This place is well frequented. Bit of a storm. Your engine is filled with sudden groaning. Your larder is bulged with new growths. The Peacock Wind delivers its bounty. Supplies burst. Oh, jeez. Sickly sweet growth. Is some of them also whale or something? Raid the safe, or we can explore the cabin. Oh, we need the money. $24. All right. I don't know. I mean, we don't know like anything about the areas to the east at all. I think we should probably head back to New Winchester. Maybe deliver our reports. We can check on that guy, whether or not he was actually an industrialist in New Winchester. Grab some supplies, maybe. Head back out. I think we need to get our head around some new locations here. Similar as before. Pernicious. No, we'll strip her for repairs. Stop in at the company house and deliver our reports. Okay, 100 more sovereigns. We're getting a little bit better along here. Yeah, the stovepipes are not doing well. Seems like the Tacides are winning the war little by little, but at the same time, they're not doing so great either. There's too much in terms of just dangers of the area. Equipment. Now that you've saved some money, it might make sense to buy some locomotive equipment from Abraham's Engineering. If you have at least 1,500 sovereigns, you could even buy a new locomotive from Wolsey Engine Yard. Okay. What? Oh no, here it is. That's still really expensive. Alright, yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do anything with this right now. I do think we need to go to Victoria Market. Buy 3 more. Supply, at least, maybe 4. Guess that maxes us out. Let's hobble over to the bank here and stash these seeds. Don't need them just yet. Well, I suppose we could always just sell them. Actually, what else is going on in the bazaar here? Wanted up to 5 consignments of literature. Literature a little bit difficult to find. Souls for Port Prosper. Souls are easy to find. Lord such and such of Port Prosper requires 3 consignments of souls for an infernally themed party to celebrate his diamond wedding anniversary. The quality of these souls is immaterial. Their function will be purely decorative. God save the Queen, etc. Prosper lies to the northwest, New Winchester. We'll take that. Opportunity attacked these. The Wolsey at Wolsey Station speak in whispers of reach marauders trafficking in jumbles of undistinguished souls sighted across the reach. Yeah, souls are things that you just sort of kind of wander across. So we're likely to wander across them at some point anyway. Alright, what do we want to do here? So I think we'll complete the circuit around this island here, and maybe start working our way out. See if we can find other locations. I want to find the circus for sure. There's a lot of quests there. I really want to find Titania, because that'll give us some access to honey. Man, when we start getting into these other levels later on, and I don't know what to expect, that's gonna suck. Because a lot of this I know because of experience. Guy's like, I can't believe this guy's shooting at me. Stop shooting at me, bud. And I'm just like, no. Alright, we got some unseasoned hours. Sweet deal. We like those. They're worth money. Just look at this down here. There's so many layers, it's kind of crazy. There's like 5 layers of parallax. Maybe more. This corner of the sky is a little traveled. It has been given over to the fungus and the wilds and the lost. I'm surprised that none of these actually end up being locations. Alright, where do we go from here? The circus is always close to New Winchester. I would say it's probably along this. Or I suppose it could be up here too. No, I think it's over here. I should have launched this closer to the other side. Alright. Hello, Raider. These Raiders are so easy compared to those shotgun ones, like the first one that we ran into. The shotgun ones are brutal. You prepare to board the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder. Okay, yeah. Demand their stolen souls. You've heard rumors of the Reach Marauders that turned to, Spirifrage? The unlicensed trade in souls. Spirifers traffic in souls. They ply their clandestine trade across the skies. Excuse me. This engine is one of the White Bottles, a grisly gang of marauders who deal in bottled souls. This vessel is one of those plunderers. It is dormant but occupied. Most of the crew are off to market on other engines to barter secretly in the ports of the Reach. A skeleton crew remains aboard, readying the engine for the next venture. We could convince the crew you're with the gentleman. Midnight smugglers of Pan come to take their tithe of souls. The Spirifers could say no, but it wouldn't be wise of them to make an enemy. But they're already dead, aren't they? Is this the wrong thing? This is not the destroyed wreckage? It is the destroyed wreckage. Okay, so we might gain up to 5 jumbles of undistinguished souls. We can only fit 4. Or we can storm the engine. You'll not sit down with Sparifers. You'll wrest their stolen souls from their trembling fingers and still sleep soundly at night. I feel much better about this option, but it doesn't look like our chances are very good with it. So I'm going to go with this one that needs our Tales of Terror. Sweet. The Sparifers acknowledge your signaler's request. A white flag waves, indicating permission to board. You approximate a thieves' oath on meeting the leader, gleaned from tales you've heard of the wicked gentleman. It suffices, for you're given several crates stocked full of jars. They rattle pleasingly as you carry them back to your own engine. Onwards. Looks like we have to jettison something. We can jettison the fuel. Now, one of these missions, I forget if it wanted souls? I think it did want souls. Not this. This here. For Port Prosper. So we could just make a beeline straight for Port Prosper. Because there's other stuff we want to do there. Maybe we could even cut through here and do a little bit of exploration along the way. So let's do that. Let's go up here and then cut over this way. Oop. Although we don't have a ton of fuel. We just jettisoned it. Go in here, see if this is an inlet or a passage. Passage or a dead end, and it does look like a passage. But we're not going to go and traverse that just yet. Yeah, a cove is what I wanted to see if it was. If I want a gulf or a cove or whatever, but it does appear to be a through passage. Bed of eels wriggles through the sky. We can't mine them, so it doesn't matter. Tank ride. Okay. Don't we already have a cantankerite? Let's try to find an uncanny specimen. Okay, so our different options are collect a cantankerite trophy. The new Somerset Hunting Club will be pleased. I believe we already have one. We disperse the rubble. The fragments could be a menace to passing engines. Clear out of the way as a service to other skyfarers. That would be good. Our terror is getting a little high. We could sift through the pulverized rubble. Perhaps you'll find something of scientific interest. Although this might give us terror. If we fail this roll. Give it a try. None of the remaining pieces are whole enough to be of interest, either academic or ghoulish. However, you do find a few fragments of carapace, veined with what looks like gold. Alright, well, it's not the worst. I am getting a little concerned with that level of terror. You know, it's really too bad that we couldn't find more honey before heading to Port Prosper. Go carefully. Marauders have made encampment here in the recesses of the woods. We discovered the remains of an old locomotive, the victim of one of the innumerable perils of the sky. Alright, so we can signal the wreck. Try to replenish this lost crew member. Mourn the dead. That would probably get rid of some of our terror. Yeah, let's do that. It didn't go down much. Jeez. Went down like 1. A simple ceremony, doffed caps, a few words, a gloomy silence. But it helps. I think that... Oh boy. That is like a monster. Did that actually hit? It did. What the hell? Crap. Oop, hold on. Oh boy. So we can salvage the scrap to repair our hull, continue our bombardment, lose terror. Our terror is really high. Or we can search the wreckage for valuables, be wary, watch for anything that wriggles. Too low of a chance. I'm most worried about the terror. Excessive, but perhaps satisfying. Your guns thunder, reducing the arriving guests to a spray of pulp. The crew cheer. The guests are a regular actor in the Skyfarer's nightmares. A daily check for foot-long, eyeless slug things is conducted on most engines. It only takes one for an infestation to begin. That actually really helped with that terror. I didn't think we were far enough out from the center to get things like that. Alright, we've navigated a new little area here. Maybe we'll go down and visit the rats. Get a little bit of a dread reduction, terror reduction, whatever. Oh boy, what is this? That night, your sleep is peppered with uncomfortable dreams. The sky of your dreams is blazing gold, is crowded with suns. Suns piled on suns. Jeez. Like the groats in a miser's hoard. It's doing all these voices. It really screws with my throat. Alright. Their light floods you. It shines through skin and blood and meat, picking out your branching veins and the slender pillars of your bones. Is there no more to you than this? You wake. Conversation, tea, perhaps a biscuit. Those fundamental human things that help us forget numinous moments like this. That's not going to happen. Or we can commit our dreams to the captain's log. We will gain terror, but we will get a tale of terror. Trap the dream like a fly in amber. Deep into that darkness peering, you record your dream as vividly and as thoroughly as you can. Does your hand tremble as you write? Does the ink spill? And when you read it back, does it make sense? Or does it sound like the ravings of a crumbling mind? I actually really don't like this, because we just had our terror kind of far down. It was down to like 33 or something like that. But we have no nightmares. So the very fact that I have an unsettled dream, which one might consider to be a nightmare, alright, that's going back up. Let's go over here and take care of this little section on our way north. Another wreck. The Ice Maiden. The wreck gleams with frost. Yeah, okay, we've read that before. So we're going to restore the hull. fine. This is one of the easy ones. Didn't even fire a shot. We need the money. We're gonna raid the safe. Okay. Make sure that all this stuff is thoroughly explored. Start maybe here. Oh, we are running out of fuel. This does go to 0 though, so it's not like we're super out of fuel. Oh, this is not a little inlet thing. This is a whole nother passage. Alright, seems unwise. We're getting awfully close to that. Terror or horror or whatever, and I don't like how high our terror currently is. Well, we explored a bit more of the sky, a bit more of the map is known. Alright. Oh, the clock tower, we have nothing to give to you. I'm sorry. We're still working on it. So let's visit the Parsimony's chairman first. Turn in tackety nameplates or tackety nameplates. Should we just sell them all? At some point, we're going to need some savage secrets. I think we need 2 savage secrets to unlock the crossword puzzle thing at the note that was left for us at New Winchester. But it's not like we won't be back here, because we have to go and put in. We have to go deliver the materials to repair the clock tower, so we'll definitely be back here anyway. The question is, will we have enough tackety kills to afford 2 of those secrets, these savage secrets? I wish there was some place where we could see how much money we have. Like, it really seems like it should be something that's, like, right here or something. Oh, here we go. 674. It's not a lot. Alright, we're going for the money. Turn all your tackety nameplates for sovereigns. 250. So, how many did we have to turn in for that? Does it actually say? Doesn't say, does it? He handles each plate with care, running his fingers across the brass. Signed your account. Your reward is waiting with my secretary. So we have 250 more sovereigns. 10x gratitude for the Windward Company, total of 14. 10x reputation, Windward Company. So now they're curious about me, while we're only tolerated by the Tacketies. And the mangled Tackety nameplate quality is gone. Okay. A further task for the parsimonious chairman. I've been impressed with your labors thus far. A lady on New Winchester has been an opponent of our work for some time. She complains that our factories rely on the labor of the unwilling. Obviously nonsense. Our workers are reimbursed for their services and celebrated for their toil. Now she lobbies the assembly for aid. This will not do. He licks his lips. I have a delivery to the round table on New Winchester. He produces a slim vial of honey. Would you be willing? You have your reasons. You need not necessarily carry it out to the letter. Or, this is as far as you'll go. So, I believe, somebody who knows more about this universe can probably correct me on this if it's wrong. I believe that there's certain types of honey that are like cocaine. Like, they're like super addictive, illegal drugs. So, and I think that that's the type of vial that we're talking about here. Either that or it's poisoned. But he smiles. It's like watching butter spread on a piece of toast. I'm told there's to be a rally near the round table. She is a merchant for stovepipes. Ironically worn, of course, and wears a suit. A pension, not perchant. You are to travel to New Winchester and deliver a vial of honey for the round table. Okay. We can do that. It's not a problem. Looks like that's everything we can do here. Because we can't, Oh, really? We can turn in tackety nameplates for an unlicensed chart. It said he keeps close record to smuggling routes and the paths Tacketies use to secretly slip around the reach. Then we can turn in 3 Tackety nameplates for Ministry stamped permit. Do I have one of those? So I think we need one of these permits. Because we need them to get to Albion, I think. So we need Savage Secrets, we need permits. We kind of need unlicensed charts, too. Unlicensed charts allow you to do very strange things. Like, you can get an unlicensed chart for the corpse, the carcass of a dead star beast, and you can use it to like find its heart. I'm not sure what you do with a dead star beast heart, but might be useful. It'd be good to probably get the incognito princess too at some point. Though I don't know if Bohemia and establishment are antonyms. But look at her, she's cute. Definitely want her on my ship. Anyway, so let's explore Port Prosper. You'll definitely write a port report. That is the same as before. We can take tea at the Admiral Nelson, the most famous cafe in all Port Prosper. It's open today. Ooh, we can also search for the amenable host's identity. Let's do the Admiral Nelson tea first. Oops. Ooh, why is it chipped? Oof, these are both pretty bad. The Admiral Nelson is Port Prosper's most exclusive tea house. West Enders congregate here to sit among the many little tables of ornamental shepherds and bulldogs and drink tea from little saucers, with her renowned majesty's face on them. The Admiral Nelson is so exclusive, in fact, that it opens only occasionally and never does anything so crass as advertise. People know by word of mouth, initially at least. Afterwards, most prosperous join the queue. So you can sneak tea cakes for the porters if we had a better reputation with the East Enders, which we don't care about. A few of the East End staff are kept on retainer for the less rarefied requirements of the Nelsons running. Or we could take tea with the ladies who brunch. A reading circle is gathered near the western window. So this is when we are embossed by the prosperous West Enders. I don't want to get caught eavesdropping. There's much that can be learned here at the heart of polite society if you are discreet. We could engage in pointed gossip. It's almost the Nelsons' raison d'etre. I'd say that would, if anything, would just come off as a poser if we fail, which is much better than spy. At the same time, it's 54%, and like this game never goes my way when it comes to 50% chances, but let's do it. Oh, it worked, hey. You join a circle of very energetic critics who always take the table by the east window. You dispense acidic bon mots as you pass the cream to your left, and compliments if you don't listen too closely with the jam to your right. You comment merrily on the flaws and foibles of a number of people whom you have met, and have a great memory, many more that you haven't. Okay, so making up stories about people. It's a wonderful day. It's a wonderful way to spend an afternoon. You're welcomed by the prosperous West Enders. The parsimonious chairman is out on his morning constitutional. East Enders steer clear of his route. West Enders track him down to make entreaties. Yeah. Okay. Well, now I might be able to have tea with the literature club the next time we come through here. So, but let's look for the amenable host's identity. The house might still be here. It had purple walls, which would surely stand out. If not, you have the locket. Not a soul in Port Prosper recognizes the locket. Who's that then? Does he still wear his hat like that? Fancy. Become familiar refrains. More promising is the house that you saw painted in the amenable host's chamber. You locate several candidates, all apparently repainted over the last couple of years, but one is in the exact location as the host's painting. Nobody seems to remember who owned it or why, but apparently it had once been associated with the parlor of virtue, established not long after Port Prosper's foundation. You've uncovered nothing definitively conclusive here. You may return to the amenable host or look elsewhere. You found no conclusive... Yeah. Interesting. Well, I think that exhausts Explore Port Prosper. Let's get rid of our bizarre stuff. Oh, we only need 3? I thought we needed 5. Well, it's going to be worth 450. It's pretty nice. That takes us way up over 1,000. That's beautiful. Although we are short on fuel and arguably short on supplies too, so we'll see how long it actually lasts. Probably not very long. Carefully packed munitions. A crow-like captain sells used but functional armament scavenged from the cold wreckage of sky battles. Good pickings when the tracketies and stovepipes fight, he observes, professionally. We'll visit the Windward Company and just see what's going on. Entrance is free, souvenirs on sale are expensive. Took down terror a little. You're encouraged to watch a kinetoscope about its planned expansion in the Reach now that Lustrum has been civilized. Throw balls at coconuts bearing caricatures of assorted tackety leaders, and to eat sumptuous biscuits with the company's sigil baked into them. Oh, that's cute. Your presence is noted by stern men with very neatly written forms. Oh, there's such a caricature of bureaucracy. It's very clear, unfortunately, who the developers like. And it's not the stovepipes. They like the tacketies. They got this kind of, I don't know, Jacobin streak to them, which I think is extremely unhealthy. And yeah, anyway, we can offer to transport settlers. A returning Skyfarer is always the center of attention at East End's pubs. Your tales could inspire listeners to settle at other ports. I've lost the Sky story. A crowd gathers to listen to your tales. Your stories of daring escapes and fingernail victories go down almost as well as the whiskey. Ambition dawns in several bloodshot eyes. Some might even follow through on it when sober. You'll now be able to offer another settler transport, which will be worth, what, 100? That's not the worst in the world. Would-be pioneers clamor at the station, eager to make their fortunes among the stars. And they only want to be taking Port Avon. That's easy. My friend has been sending me postcards from Port Avon, and I've never seen anywhere so quaint. You must take me there. His handshake is firm, to the point of rudeness. He leans in close. My time is precious, you understand. This is the same message as before. I wonder if we take 0 stops, if they'll give us like a bonus or something. I mean, it's not like Avon isn't along the way. It totally is. Although I was kind of hoping to stop off at Magdalene's to deal with this terror here. Is there anything we can do about the terror here while we're here? Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's load up our supplies and get out of here. I think 4 of each will do. Oh man, we really need to buy expanded storage space. Actually, let's wrap it up here. I feel like this episode's getting pretty long, so yeah, let's wrap it up here. And I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have, please like, maybe subscribe, maybe comment, and I will catch you in the next episode. Bye bye.